video games and other electronic devices, Legos, Hot Wheels, RC cars and drones, and sports equipment. These are all great gift ideas, and with 3 boys, I've got all of them in my household. But you're here for more unique gift ideas, aren't you? Not to worry, because that's exactly what's on this list. These are all gifts that we've got our boys in the past and have kept them busy for weeks on end. Hi, I'm Stacey with Kids Learning for Life, and the first gift idea is laser tag. Now I know this is similar to Nerf Guns, but at least now you're not going to have all the Nerf bullet mess. Now this is the X-Shot version, and it's the first one we got for our boys, and it has this headband that they can put on and then play that way. But I actually recommend a different version, and I'll put that in the link below. It has a chest strap that you put on, and that way you're not having to deal with, everybody's different size heads when you're trying to play and finding the right one. So some friends of ours have this version, and my parents actually bought this version for their house when the boys come over, so I definitely like that one a lot better. Next up is paper airplane books. Now these are great because they don't just give you the instructions on how to make a paper airplane, but they also come with little things in the back that your kiddos can pull out and then fold depending on the instructions to get a really cool looking plane rather than just like a white piece of paper. Both of these are actually from the Klutz company, and I've got a few more Klutz items to share with you next. These Klutz books are actually all Lego inspired. So this first one is Chain Reaction. So each of these Klutz books come with a book part that gives you different activities to do that all correlate to the extra little specialty pieces they give you on the side. So clearly ours are gone because we have added them to our Lego kit. So the Chain Reactions was really fun, and then we also have gadgets. So this one had different activities where you could make a movie maker or a pinwheel, and so it had all sorts of different paper things you could cut out, and then different pieces to make them work. There was a claw. Like, this was really fun, and my kiddos had a lot of fun with this after Christmas, I think last year. And then the last one is one we have continually used, is the movie maker. So again, it comes with activity instructions to kind of tell you how to make a movie. It does suggest that you find a stop motion app, which I did. I'll make sure to link that down below, the one that we use. It is free. And then it came with some extra specialty features. There were some extra faces, some mini actors, and some different props. So all of those, again, are now in our Lego box. But all 3 of these were really fun for my kiddos to do, and they were a great addition to our already huge Lego collection. Next up is National Geographic Science Kits. We've used several of these in the past, but the one we've used most recently is their growing crystals. So we actually grew the crystals, these ones here. These actually came with the kit, so you could have real crystals to look at. But so here each of my boys did one, and they looked really cool, and this base actually lights up. So that was really fun for us to do. I actually had that kit in my homeschool closet for probably 3 years, and so we finally got it out and did the kit, and it was a lot of fun. I really like how things like this kind of incorporate into our homeschool learning when they actually get to do them. Speaking of sneaking in some educational fun, we really enjoy the snap circuits. So this is going to teach them all about electricity and how it flows, and they're going to be able to make a fan motor go, get some sounds going, lots of different activities inside of here. Next up isn't really quite a toy, but it's really, really important in our household, is the insulated water bottle. We have had these for our kiddos for a very long time. It's really great. They each have their own. They keep water cold. You can fill them with ice and let the kiddos have that. And it's just great to have on the go, even if it gets left in the car. Because they're insulated, they're gonna keep that water cold, so you don't have to worry about having hot water, especially on hot summer days, which you don't have to worry about just yet, but in the summer, you'll appreciate having this. This next gift idea is great if you have little artists in your life. It is a blank comic book, so even if your kiddos love comics, now they can make their own. So this was really fun that I added actually to a stocking stuffer last year, and each of the kiddos had fun. They got to color and create their own little scenes, and just something super simple, and it's very open-ended, and they can do really whatever they want with it. Next up are Walkie Talkies. There we go. So these were really fun. We got them last year. The biggest downside to these was reminding my kiddos to bring them back in before it rained. So if you have a really good system of making sure they come back in the house, then you'll probably be fine. That was something I could have improved in last year. But my kiddos really had fun with this, especially on our property. They could go to different areas and still chat with each other, and it was just really fun for them to get to do. This next gift idea is something I had totally forgotten about until last year. Actually, Jenny bought one of these I Spy books for my boys for Christmas, and then I ended up getting them some Where's Waldo as well. And so they had a lot of fun with these, and it was something that they hadn't been exposed to until last year because we just never had one in our house, and I totally forgot about them. But they enjoyed these on long car rides, especially with the holidays, and just getting to stay up late in bed and look at these instead of reading. So lots of fun there, and if you have forgotten about them like I did, then I bet your kids would enjoy them too. On the topic of books, let's not forget that books are perfectly great gifts to give for boys. So some of my favorites, if you have an early chapter book kind of kiddo, the Last Firehawk, A to Z Mysteries, and Dragon Masters. These are all 3 series that my boys really have enjoyed and liked. And it got them from kind of that early reading stage into those early chapter books. That's kind of the bridge that they took. But if you're looking for some older book recommendations, Hank the Cowdog is another one. It's more advanced in the reading style, and it's just really funny, this dog. This is an older book, an older series, and it's just really fun to read. And then some of our favorite read-alouds lately have been, we started with Harry Potter. We've gotten through the 4th one with all 3 of my boys. So we'll be moving on eventually to number 5. And then The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, my boys really enjoyed. We finished the entire Benjamin Pratt Keepers of the School series. This is all about a boy that gets tasked with trying to save the school from some evil, evil corporate amusement park that's trying to tear down their really old school and build an amusement park, but he's trying to save the school. Really cute. And then some that I'm going to be planning on doing next. Oh wait, I'm missing one. Hold on. All right, I've got it. So we have our current read aloud, which is the Wing Feather Saga. We're on book 1, and I think there's 4, so we'll be working our way through those. And then the next ones I was thinking about were Hatchet or the My Side of the Mountain trilogy books, once we are done with the, what was this? The Wing Feather Saga. So those are some book ideas for the boys that they've been enjoying and some I'm looking at in the future. My son has actually also, my oldest, has gotten into the Inheritance Cycle Aragon books. So he's been reading these on his own, and my younger ones are not quite ready for these yet. So if you're looking for some fun book ideas, there's a bunch, and I hope that helps. Everybody loves a good board game, so here's a few of our favorites right now. We've got Mastermind, where you're trying to break the code. One player will put a secret code, and you're trying to figure it out. And then another one is Castle Panic. We got this last year. It's fun because it's more of a cooperative game, so everybody's on the same team, and you are actually fighting against the ogres. So you're all trying to kind of work together to make sure the ogres don't attack your castle. So kind of a different type of gameplay. Another one that we do like is Catan. I refer to this as my child, like our children's generation version of Monopoly, because it just takes forever and sometimes can go on forever. And I have to be in a very, very special mood to be like, yeah, let's play Catan. Even though I love board games, just sometimes this can take a long time to finish. And let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, another one that I like is Karuba. So this one is fun. I'll kind of show here. Basically, everybody has their own board, but you're playing with the same pieces, and everyone's trying to make their paths go from their explorers all the way over to the temples. So everybody gets to play it every time. So there's one person that's rolling and then saying, oh, we're doing this piece, and everybody finds the same piece, and they have to place it on their board wherever they want. So it's just kind of fun. You don't have to really wait so long for everyone to take turns because everybody's playing simultaneously, but still all against each other. Anyway, really fun and exciting. And that's all for the games, but I do have some card games I want to show you as well. With our card games, I like to store them in these recycled deli containers just because it's really easy for younger kiddos. My kiddos are older now, it's not as big of a deal, but for younger kiddos to open, and then they fit in here. So yes, it takes up more space, but at least I know that the cards are all in there. We're not having to shove them in the tiny cardboard boxes, or those are falling apart anyway. So our favorites right now are Uno, And then Blink, which if you're similar to Speed in just the regular card game world, and Common Threads, which is a matching game. You have a bunch of characters wearing different clothing items and you all have to try and put one down, and then if you have something that matches, you can put it down, and so it's just like a speed game. We also are liking Bananagrams, not quite a card game, but I thought it was similar. Bananagrams have been fun, and if all else fails, just get a deck of cards. Almost all of the games here, minus the Bananagrams, can be played with a deck of cards. And so I went to look up, there is a book, and I'll link it below, and it's like an ultimate card game book. And so I'm actually thinking about getting it for my kiddos this year, because it would be so nice to just have a couple of decks of cards on hand and not have to have all of these different games. But because you can play most of those types of games with a deck of cards. Uno, Crazy Eights, Blink is like Speed. So that might be something you might want to look into if you don't have a lot of space and just want 1 or 2 decks of cards instead of 50. Up next is one of our new favorites, a CrunchLabs subscription box. Now this is a monthly subscription. CrunchLabs is developed by the YouTuber Mark Rober, so he does all sorts of fun engineering YouTube videos, and now he has created a subscription box, and it comes with a video and all the materials you need to build some sort of engineering project. So it's really fun. If you're interested more in the CrunchLab boxes, I'll put a video here of my full review. And if you need more gift ideas, here's a video Jenny and I did that has even more educational gift ideas for kiddos. See you next time, and Merry Christmas.